It was a very cold winter morning. Snow was falling everywhere. Kind Farmer Boy Ben put on his warm coat and walked through the snowy forest. He wanted to check on all his farm animals to make sure they were okay. Then Ben saw something in the snow. It was a little snake lying very still. The snake looked very cold and couldn't move at all. Ben felt very sorry for the poor little snake. His kind heart wanted to help. Ben was very gentle. He carefully picked up the cold snake with his warm hands to help it feel better. Ben held the snake close to keep it warm. He walked back to his little cabin in the woods. His home was cozy and warm inside. There was smoke coming from the chimney and warm light in the windows. Inside his cabin, it was nice and toasty warm. Ben sat down in his favorite chair next to the fireplace. The fire was crackling and making pretty orange flames. Ben held the little snake in his hands near the warm fire. Ben put the snake on a soft pillow right by the fire where it would be nice and warm. Then Ben went to his kitchen to make some yummy hot cocoa to drink. The fire would help warm up the little snake. The warm fire began to help the snake feel much better. The snake opened its eyes and started to move a tiny bit. It was coming back to life because of the nice warm heat from the fire. Ben was so happy when he saw the snake moving and feeling better. He smiled a big smile. Ben thought the snake would be his new friend because he helped save its life. Now the snake was completely better. It was strong and could move around easily. The snake slithered all around by the fire. It wasn't cold or sleepy anymore. It was wide awake and healthy. Ben looked at the snake and smiled. He felt really good inside because he had helped someone who needed help. Ben was proud that his kindness had saved the little snake's life. But then something scary happened. The snake suddenly stood up tall and showed its sharp teeth. Its eyes looked mean and scary. Ben was so surprised his mouth fell open. He couldn't believe what he was seeing. Ben was so confused. He couldn't understand why the snake was being mean when he had been so kind and helpful. The snake tried to bite Ben with its sharp teeth. Ben jumped back quickly and was very scared. He didn't understand why the snake wanted to hurt him when he had been so nice and saved its life. The snake didn't say thank you at all. It didn't care that Ben had saved its life. The snake wasn't grateful or happy about Ben's kindness. It just wanted to be mean. Ben quickly grabbed his walking stick to protect himself from the mean snake. He held it in front of him to stay safe. Ben realized he should have been more careful about who he helped. Ben was upset and opened his front door wide. Cold air came into his warm cabin. He told the ungrateful snake it had to leave his home right away. The snake didn't feel sorry at all for being mean. It didn't care that it hurt Ben's feelings after he had been so helpful and kind. Ben felt very sad in his heart. His kindness hadn't made the snake happy or grateful at all. The snake moved slowly toward the open door, not caring about Ben's hurt feelings. The snake slithered right out the door into the cold, snowy forest. It left Ben's nice, warm home and went back to the cold snow where Ben had found it. Ben learned that it's good to be kind and help others, but you also need to be smart and careful. You have to think before you help someone who might hurt you. Ben closed the door and sat back down by his warm fire. He thought about everything that had just happened. He learned something very important that day. When it was time for bed, Ben got ready to sleep. He was wiser now than he was in the morning. He would still be kind, but he would also be more careful. Outside in the cold forest, even the snake found a place to sleep. Everyone went to bed that night, and they all remembered the important lesson about being both kind and smart.